Everyone's getting
Okay.
stiff.
What's going
It
on,
makes me really uncomfortable.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
I'm just gonna okay, I don't know. Okay, is everyone recording?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Oh, except Randy, who's literally like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
Okay. Everyone, and welcome to the Aftercall.
Yeah.
Wow, we love the enthusiasm, like enthusiasm killer today, literally. Everyone's dying. Oh, everyone's dying. So.
Yeah, I'm still dying inside. Let me just leave.
There's just Randy over there. Okay.
Yep. Hey guys.
The dirty.
I got a flower. Oh my gosh, we got flowers. Yes.
We got flowers. So anyway, so for the luau, so I guess we'll just go through the order of. Well, first let's congratulate the winner.
Yay, Randy!
But a good a runner-up, a close runner-up was Onii.
Yay! I get abused in game, and I win.
I'm so excited, start hitting everybody.
Stop! I'm just gonna.
Shoot.
I'm going with the bunnies.
We're just reenacting your death scene.
Oh wow.
Just think of Randy as the border. So the end's a little laggy. We'll get to that later. Let's kind of like go in like order of who died first. So we all know who died first this season.
Fly away.
Gather around, let me tell you a little story of how I spawned next to a desert temple, found horses, got a saddle, got diamonds, emeralds, all that stuff, and then I was like, let's look for a cave and start mining. So me and my trusty steed, we go and we find like these little caves, but they're not anything. And then it turns night and mobs spawn, and I'm like, oh no. And so I wait for day, and a creeper comes up behind me and blows up and takes away all my health. And then I'm like, hey, I still got 2 hearts. Let's go try and fight this spider for some string. Yeah.
Good idea.
Had some better ideas.
And with the lag of PlayUHC, not good.
Yeah, the lag was not very helpful. I did sense it a few times. But I mean, overall, it wasn't that bad of a season.
Yeah.
I guess I'm speaking for myself, but
It was good because I was dead the whole time.
Dead the whole time.
Sweetie, at least you have some good content.
Honestly.
Superstar spectator.
Yeah.
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 Who's the next person that died? Was it
The next
Stuart?
person was Ozathene, who had to leave.
I killed her though, so
Okay,
maybe I can talk about it.
I think that's been the earliest PvP death in all of UHYT history.
No,
That's literally what I said in my episode.
Okay, so first of all, I was not hunting for her at all. It was like nighttime, and I was like, I need to get in the ground. I'm gonna die. So I got into the ground, and I was like sorting my inventory, and then all of a sudden I heard like the block above me break, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. I couldn't tell what she had. Like she could have popped in there with like full diamond and like sleep. But she popped in, she had a diamond sword, but I still had, at that point I had diamond all the way up to my headpiece, so I was pretty protected, and I had to kill her because she was trying to kill me, and I felt so bad afterwards. I don't know if any of you guys came upon it, but I actually ended up, I took her head and I put it on the ground, and then I put a sign and I just said sorry.
The most remorseful death like ever. I'm so okay.
I was so sad.
So wait, did you guys mine diamonds or did you just find them in chests?
I mined
all of mine.
Yeah.
I've only found
okay. Because I mined all of mine too, but I know like some people found them in chests and like the desert temples and everything. And I was just kind of concerned.
I found a bunch.
So okay.
I pretended
So-
I had diamonds.
I found it hard finding diamonds.
I just like closed my eyes and just wished that they were there because it's the same feeling, you know.
Yeah.
So
story. What happened to our circle?
Formation circle.
You have to make a circle.
Formation circle.
In a single file circle.
Come on.
so then who died after Ozathene did?
I think it was Stuart.
Probably me. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it?
I think he was
Because you hadn't
sorry.
died for a while. Oh,
Wow,
jeez.
abuse.
No, wasn't
What
there
happened?
another PvP moment?
There might have been. I don't. I
killed
honestly don't
Bree,
remember.
But I think Stu died first.
I think Stu died first.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, Stu.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like pretty positive.
Go back.
Come on,
Yeah,
Stu.
No, it definitely was. No, it definitely was.
Okay.
Okay. So, I wasn't lucky. I wasn't unlucky. I was too lucky. Like,
Oh.
like,
What does
like,
that mean?
like the first staircase that I made, I found diamonds.
Oh.
Or I found iron. Right? So like I was like, okay, so I can't mine these. So I was like, here, I'll take the cords and I'll come back to them later. And I didn't find iron until like another episode or two.
See, I had so much iron by like the
Yeah.
end of my first episode. Like it
Oh,
was
yeah, no,
absolutely ridiculous.
Like
No, I
two
had, like,
facts. It was ridiculous.
So that by the time I
Me too.
get iron and like can go mine the diamonds, it's just in the like it's out of the border. So you know I can't go get them.
Rip.
So yeah, so I found enough gold for like one apple, but like that's
Oh,
all
same
I could
here,
find.
same here, sister.
I found way too many.
So basically, all I did was like I just like resurfaced because I was like, well, I don't know, I'm just gonna like go find another cave because I gotta move in because the border's coming, and I suddenly see like someone with like almost full diamond armor, just chilling there.
Ew.
I'll be over here,
No,
guys.
I'm pretty sure I got backstabbed. That was snippy. So I'm pretty sure I got backstabbed or something. I got hit like twice in the back. It was lagging. I don't know how close she was to me. I
I
just
don't know
kept
who it
running.
was.
I booked it. I was like, I'm gone. So while I'm running, I think I ran into Randy.
You did. I got
Hiding in the
scared as
grass.
heck.
So I just like I leaped over his head. I'm like, bye. I kept running. And yeah, so I got left with 3 hearts. I had actually escaped somehow. Made it my way down to a cave because I was like, I really need gold. I really need stuff. I turned a corner. I heard, and I was like, well, I'm done. See you guys later. Gotta go.
Oh,
Honestly, though, if Randy wasn't there, because Randy started shooting me, I would have continued to follow you. But
Oh no.
you started shooting at me, and I was like, really shook, and I was like,
Yeah, I was
so
hoping
then
you guys
at
would
that
fight.
point I ran away. Like,
Oh
Yikes.
man.
Yeah.
GG.
So a lot happened there.
Time set day.
Oh, a lot. It's yeah. Who's freaking
Love it.
alarm?
Friends.
That's not mine.
Oh, I thought someone said it was yours.
Not mine.
Rip.
Oh,
So
rip.
after Stuart, then it was.
I mean,
I think it was
me.
Bree.
I think it
was
was
that-
Bree.
Yeah, it was Bree.
Yeah,
oh,
Bree.
yeah.
Okay, my story is really sad.
Oh no.
Like my life.
It's never
No
good
one's
when it's
cried
all
yet.
bad.
Tissues.
No one's cried
So,
yet, so here we
Like
go.
the first 2 episodes, finding iron was like pretty easy, and I became very hopeless to finding iron. Wait, not iron, gold and diamonds. But eventually, I found some diamonds. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make an enchantment table. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm like, wait a second, that requires books. So I was like, okay, well, back to the surface, and I went back up, and I was looking for sugarcane. And while looking for sugarcane, I came across, was it Onii? No, Sniff. Sniff
oh
was
god,
like,
She was showing it to everyone.
I
She
am
was
a
showing it to
comment
everyone.
factor in all
Literally.
this, and I don't appreciate this.
Where were you this entire time? Like, you were obviously in the middle of everyone.
I think I pretty much encountered like all of you. I saw you and ran away. I was like, I'm out.
Outie. Outie.
Keep going, Bree.
yeah, but she had like diamond boots and chest plate, like everything. And I'm still sitting in iron. I'm like, I can't even enchant yet. Like, I don't have my stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna have a casual conversation with her and then just back away. And that's exactly what happened. I just left. And I was like, okay. And at this point, I realized that I'm having like bad connection issues with the server for some reason. This happened with another UHC I was in. and animals would hop like 6 whole blocks and be like, okay,
Oh no.
I mean, I guess,
Just
sure.
guess.
And I was like, this is probably gonna be an issue, but I don't know. And then I'm like trying to enchant stuff, and stuff disappears, and I'm like, okay, well, this is going great.
Oh
And I'm like,
no.
2 golden apples, and he just gone. And I was like, okay, well, okay, it's gone.
Oh jeez.
And then I come across Merc, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna die because I'm having really bad connection issues. And he's like, you want to fight? I was like, okay, let's fight. And then everything was fine in the beginning. Connection was okay. And then he's hopping like a full 10 blocks. I'm like, well, this is the day I die.
No, that's the same thing. Like, you were jumping everywhere. I was so shook. I was like, I'm gonna die.
Needless to say, I died. So.
I had a
Aw.
horrible heart. My heart was pounding so bad.
Mine was too. I was shaking.
Yeah, no, it was bad. So after Bree, it
I
was.
think it was deathmatch already.
Yeah.
Then it was deathmatch.
Yeah.
Was
That
that?
was probably the first
That
one.
That would be me. I was the first one to
Was
go.
he?
Okay, you were the first. I think it was the second or third. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
So
It
pay
was-
attention to the chat.
It
Why
was,
wasn't
this
the
is, oh, are
first?
you
Oh,
guys
I'm so
ready for this
excited.
very upsetting story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So ready.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Deathmatch?
waiting.
deathmatch, it counts down. I'm like ready. I'm so ready. I've got like full diamond. I'm ready to bust, like you know, chew some bubble gum, kick some butt. And the moment it teleports me, I just get this screen. You have been kicked from the server. Java connection issue. Insert a bunch of random characters here. And I was like, oh no!
Yeah.
no. And so as soon as I could, I reconnected back. I was like, okay, it's still in the game. I'm still here. I'm still here. And then I landed on the ground. I was like, okay, I'm alive. And then all of a sudden I died. It was like licorice fell from a high place. And I'm like, well, I mean, story of my life, but like same.
No, no.
Well, don't let them know.
So bad. Yeah, certain things like
sucks.
that.
It's okay.
Awful.
I honestly would have felt bad if any of you. I feel bad for attacking everyone.
I feel so attacked right now. No,
Yeah.
I just fed the rabbit my flower.
Aww.
Whoa, James
Cute
grew
little
up.
bunny. Okay.
James grew up.
James, King James.
Is it
Oh, man,
me?
he's big.
I died pretty early. I know I did.
I know I died earlier.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I was not paying attention, so just go,
Honestly, I
whatever.
truly wasn't either. So like I was like somewhat ready for deathmatch. My first episode, I literally had almost everything to enchant. Like I just needed one more diamond
Oh,
so that I could enchant. I was so mad. I had the books. I like everything was ready. Like I just needed that one last thing. And then I found enough gold. Like I went to like what do you call it? A mine shaft. Like everything was going great for me. Like I had string and I forgot to make a bow in the end.
Oh no.
I'm really mad at myself because I even had arrows. Like I was ready. But then I get to deathmatch and I only have half my hearts because I mined diamonds.
Oof.
But like I
Yeah.
had like enchanted, like I had diamond boots, I had a prot 3 chest plate, like I was ready to do some damage. So then I go to chase after Francisco and he starts running. And then I run into like 3 more people and I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. Honey's gotta go. So I went a different way and I saw Kayla just like running away from someone else. So I'm like, she has to be low and I'm not paying attention to the tab. So I just turn around, I just smack her with my sword into the border.
Hi, I was full health.
No, you really were.
Oh my god.
So like I threw you into the border because my diamond sword had knockback 1 on it. A sister was thinking. And then I knocked her back and then I hit her again and she wasn't like going backwards. And I'm like, what the heck?
Oh no.
Wait. And then she started getting closer to me and I'm like, no, I don't like this. Kayla, stop! Kayla, stop! Kayla, stop! Ah! And then I died.
Oh no.
Love you.
Oh, no.
To be fair, you started it, so.
I mean, to be completely fair, I really did.
And she ended it, so.
And I ended
Yeah,
it.
she really ended it. Yikes. But I was
Love you.
screaming at the end of my recording. I was like
I
banging
can't
on my
wait
desk.
to
I'm like,
watch it.
a lot happened.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, so who wants to go next?
I'm pretty
Cassie?
sure I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
Cassie
I
was
died.
next.
I died. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I died next. I had like this is like the best UHC I've ever had. Like I went into the village, I got like iron armor straight away, like almost full set. The almost full set. Like I got food, like everything was really good. I got enchantments. Like I literally, to be super honest with you, I like don't know how to do that stuff because like in any other UHC, everyone else just does it and I just look pretty. So like I had to like teach myself like how to do it, and so like I got all the enchantments. I got like a diamond sword. I learned how to like make books, like all of the simple Minecraft stuff. That's like common sense, right? It was really good. I got food. I had a little mukbang. It was really nice. And then like at the last, end of episode 5, there was a situation where I was up in a tower at the village, and there was literally like 5 people who passed me. I know Kayla was one of them. I know Allie was one of them.
I was probably one of them.
I think you saw like whoever was near a village, like at the end, they all just like walked past me, and I just was like staring at them as they walked past. Oh my god! It was a horrifying experience. It was so scary. I was like having a panic attack, like dying. It was great. No, but it was really good. And then I don't know, deathmatch. I ran into someone with a bow, and that was the end of the situation, and I died.
Jeez.
But it was really good. This is like the best UHC I've ever had. I didn't lag. I think
we all did really good, honestly.
I didn't lag.
Except for Beanie.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think I don't know. I died pretty early in the deathmatch.
Beanie's just on the horse over there.
Oh, yeah. No.
Adios.
Like
stealing your horse.
Get off me, pony.
It was really good.
Okay, yeah, no, Cassie, you did really. We all did really good this season.
No, yeah.
Jen is up next.
Jen, ooh.
Oh, Jen Lee.
So I had a pretty good start. Spawned right next to 2 villages. None had a blacksmith, and I almost forgot about the library books. I'm like, books. So I grabbed those. I spawned next to a ravine with a mine shaft that I immediately lost after killing some sheep and some cows and stuff. So I was looking for a good cave.
Oh my gosh.
But I managed to find enough like gold in the long run for 4 apples. And I found 1 diamond. I was like, should I mine it or should I not? I couldn't remember how many hearts it took. I went for it and then proceeded to find 4 more. So I got enchanted, had the library set up, and then I couldn't find anything, and I might have passed by that village that Cassie was at. So I heard a noise, and I looked around, and I could not see anybody, but it scared me so much. And then deathmatch, I don't really remember too much. I was just like watching everybody else fight and figuring out who I could probably go after they got hurt. And so I was chasing Devin for the longest time. He kept running and running, lagging, and then running and running. And then I think I ran into Cassie. I just hit her a couple times and then she exploded. I'm sorry. That was my first kill in UHYT, so that was pretty exciting but yet sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I could die for you.
I was looking for my other, thinking like, oh gosh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, oh, apple. I have another apple. And then there's Kayla.
Of course,
okay.
Kayla.
I'm done. This was a good season.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, yeah, this was a good season. I really. Oh, I forgot to say, I went into the Nether.
Did you really?
Yeah. I was gonna ask,
I really
did you really
did.
go to the Nether, or did you just say it?
It was just. It was. I went to the Nether and it was just like closed off. And every time like I would mine a direction, there would be lava, and I'm like, I'm great.
Ooh, that's a waste of time.
So like I literally was just like I was trying to find quartz so I could get levels quicker, so I could enchant more. Because I had like 2 stacks of iron, so it was like I could get like really good armor. So I was just trying to get levels, but every time and most times when I found quartz, there would be lava right next to it.
Oh.
So I'd literally be running from lava.
Oh no.
Feels bad.
Just just a small rant. Anyways, who died next?
I think I died next.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
okay, anyway, never mind.
I'm so sorry.
Well, okay, so I'm pretty content with how this season went. I found pretty good amount of gold. I found diamonds.
You've had some pretty good seasons, Ali. Like, you should be good with
I
all
did
your
win
seasons.
last season. I had a few encounters with Randy and Kayla, but I was too scared, so I let them be. I also almost died by the border. I was also planning on going to the Nether, but because of the border, I didn't have a chance, and so that never happened. And then, I learned a valuable lesson in deathmatch. You can't be nice. So my whole goal was to get at least 1 kill. And I saw Sarah.
It was UHYT, was it? Yeah.
I saw Sarah, and I caught her by surprise. And
I honestly appreciate it.
I think I would have gotten a kill if I would have killed her, but I let her gap because I was kind of like I felt weak not letting her have a chance.
I had no chance of killing you anyway, so.
And so yeah, it just and then Kayla ended up killing me. So yeah, don't be nice in that match. Sorry, Sarah.
Aw, nicest UHC
I
player ever.
appreciate it.
Honestly. Okay, so after Ali,
Devin. Devin was next.
Yeah.
Dorchesach. Hello.
So my game was pretty mediocre.
Mediocre.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't know. I didn't find any diamonds. So.
Ooh.
Rip.
Oh.
But I did find so much gold.
That's good.
Can't relate.
And then I don't know. I was just mining for most of it, and then I just came out. I was like in the corner of the border. I'm like, oh crap! So I run across to like the opposite side, to a different corner. Didn't see anyone. Actually, no. I saw Cassie.
Oh yeah. You're like, hi, and I was like, please just leave. Just leave. Let's forget it didn't happen. Go away. I didn't see you, but like you said hi, and I just had like a miniature, like my heart sank into my butt. Like I was so scared.
Into your butt, okay.
I ran in the village, and then went house, and I'm like, la la. I see this like red strip in the corner. I'm like, what is that? And I just opt to find Zoom, and it says Cassie Cow. I'm like, oh.
Gotta go.
Hello. Or is she just standing there? I peek out, and there's just like your head sticking out the tower.
Oops.
And then I just ran away.
Thank God.
I'm a vegan, I don't kill cows.
Oh, thank you so much.
And then, I don't know, that was pretty much it. And then deathmatch happened.
And then you cleaned up.
Yeah, Sarah and Kayla were fighting, and then I was like, ooh, I'm gonna zoom in. I just kind of stabbed Sarah, and I ran away. And then, Murky killed me.
Yeah.
But it was such an honor.
Ooh, okay. So after Dorchesach, it
I died
was.
after Devin, but did we do Sarah yet?
No. Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
I've just
we
been
did
sitting
do
here.
Sarah.
Just yeah.
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 Also,
Well, I got really lucky. I found, well, at first anyway, I found one of the temples in the desert. You know, I got a bunch of gold from that and got a saddle, which I immediately threw away. I didn't know we could ride horses in this one. It's advice. But you know, and then I just started staircasing and staircasing and staircasing, and I found a decent amount of gold. I found a lot of skeletons, and I found like 2 ravines, and it was crazy. I found a lot of pretty neat stuff, and I literally didn't find any diamonds, even though I was down at 11 like half the time. Until episode 5, 16 minutes in, I turn around. There's 2 baby zombies. And 1 diamond in the wall.
No. Not a baby zombie.
Oh, I only took 1 heart from them, so I was actually.
That's
okay,
really
stop.
good.
Yeah, that's so good. Honestly,
actually
I would
really
have died.
good. Yeah,
That
I
would
would
have
have
been death of me.
But yeah, I got I got 2 diamonds, made a sword, and that was all I had when we jumped into deathmatch. So, and then I, like, thank you again to Lay for letting me gapple, because I completely forgot. And then I got down to 1 heart and was just cleaned up.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Oh.
rip.
Payback!
Oh, shoot.
This is the most unlucky I've ever been in a UHC, so GG me. Alright.
I mean, I think we all did.
Honestly,
good, though.
same.
Okay, most of us survived like a while. We had
Yes,
like,
all
a really
of us
big death
did
match.
good. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I said most. Okay.
I mean, yeah, all of us is correct because I'm not an us.
Oh no,
Outcast.
we still love you. We still love you. Even though
Being
you died to a
identifies as
spider.
we.
Oh, being identified as we.
Who died next?
Okay.
MuRkYrULEz.
Oh yes, Francisco.
Right. So
If not,
my season was actually like pretty amazing. I found way too many diamonds. I didn't get them all because I would have died. So, you know, first episode, I'm like getting a whole bunch of trees. I got like 1,000 million apples. I'm like, oh, this is good. And I got leather from bunnies, and then I got sugarcane. I was like, okay, time to go. So I went down. I found a skeleton, I think, and I screamed, I think, and then I like hid myself in blocks, and then eventually I killed it. And I was like, okay, God
Stop
bless.
ruining my
So then
angle.
I found diamonds. And I was like, okay, do I want to mine these diamonds? Like, do I want to die? Do I want to look pretty? Like, you know, choices here. It's like, what do I want to do? So I'm like, I found a whole bunch of gold and make some golden apples. So I had 2. So I'm like, okay, might as well mine all these diamonds. So I found 13 diamonds and I mined them all.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Oh, nice.
I was like, okay, I'm kind of low now. I should probably eat them. So I ate one. And then the second one disappeared. I'm like, excuse me? Like, hello?
No.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
What's that?
Because I forgot that when it's lagging, it's a good thing to have them separate so that way like it doesn't eat the second one by accident. So I ate both of them and one, but only worked as 1 apple, so I didn't get the other 2 hearts. I was kind of sad.
Oh no, that shouldn't be a thing.
Shouldn't, but
I was like,
it happens.
By that. But then I got enchanted. I made a diamond chest plate. You know, everything's all good. So then I was, you know, exploring the rest of the cave, getting more like I guess levels to enchant, and then I go back to where my setup is, and the border is right there, and I'm like, oh hey, hi best friend, what's up? You know, good talk. What's up? I'm like, you know, the party was fun, but you know, I gotta go. I'm suddenly busy. I have homework. Yeah, totally. So and that's when I was putting in the chat, like, you know, anyone at 0-0 want to have fun? You know, let's party. And then no one responded. So I'm like, oh okay. So I went back down, and then I found more gold, and I regened a little bit, so I think it was kind of full. And then I went back up because I'm like, nothing's happening in this episode. I'm gonna be boring the whole time. So I went up, and then Bree was like, "Oh hey," and I'm like, "Oh hi, best friend."
Oh.
me and Bree were just kind of like standing, like okay, like I guess from where Cassie is and where I'm at, we're just kind of this far. We're kind of going like this the whole time, looking back and forth.
Hey!
I'm good like 2 minutes or something.
I would give it
was
like a solid
do you want
2
to
minutes.
fight? And she's like, you make the choice. And I'm like, oh, okay.
You make the choice.
And so like before we fought, we were just kind of really hesitant. Like we got close, we stayed back, you know, we're just like super hesitant about hitting each other. And then eventually she just goes for it, and we're both lagging, we're both teleporting everywhere, and I'm like, ah, I'm gonna die. So I went to her, and I'm like, please no, please no, please no. Then she exploded, and I was like, oh my god!
You killed my wife.
So then I like was like, bye. I was so stressed.
Oh.
So then after that, I was kind of like, oh. I ate my last golden apple and I was like 2.5 hearts. So I was like, I'm gonna die when deathmatch happens. So I went down at the mines and I couldn't find anything. I found every single ore possible. I found more diamonds and I'm like, I can't get this. I'm gonna die.
Oh, rip.
So like I was like,
What an issue to have.
Yeah, honestly, what an issue to
all
have.
this gold and suddenly can't find it anymore. So I couldn't do anything with Bree's head and I was like, oh, sad. So I don't remember what I did with it. I think I kept it, or I don't remember. I put it somewhere. So then, deathmatch happens and I'm like gonna die, and that's when Walker is chasing me and I'm like, Walker, go away. So then I like turned around and Walker's like nowhere to be found. I'm like, okay, thank God. So then I just see everyone lagging around. I'm just kind of standing there like, oh, what do I do? Like fight? Am I gonna die? So then everyone dies, and then I'm like hitting people slowly. I hit Kayla a couple of times, then I find Devin, so I hit him once, and then he dies. So I'm like, oh, I killed Devin. So then everyone's still lagging, so I went to go hit Kayla again, and that's when she suddenly turns around like zoom, and then hits me once, and I.
Oh no.
Kayla just zooming around everywhere.
Wait, Kayla, did you get my sword?
No, I didn't pick up anyone's sword. I didn't have time because there were so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was shook because I was like, oh, I died. Oh well, bye.
You know.
Where's one?
I found too many diamonds. Oh wait. I also found a village, but there was no crops, and I was like, oh, okay.
Was Cassie guarding that one?
No, it didn't have the structure where the crops go. Like there was no water, there was none of the log, no dirt, nothing. It was like just the buildings. So I was like,
so
interesting.
I was like, okay.
I thought you said there was no Crocs. I was like, no, same.
No favorite brand of shoe.
No
Love
shoes
a fashion
there.
icon.
No shoes, no service.
Alright, so
No
now...
shoes, no shirt, and you'll still get
Yeah,
some.
Hey, hi, that's me.
Jeez,
Okay,
Kayla.
well,
Welcome back to
hello.
the Cake Ray channel.
So, starting off was pretty. It was pretty good first episode. I got full iron. I thought I found a decent cave. I found a desert temple before I found trees. Because literally, when I spawned, when I tell you, like, the plains was never ending, it was, like, literally never ending. I didn't find trees, I don't think, until, like, 10 minutes in, when it was, like, already getting dark.
Same!
Oh my gosh.
It was awful. Yeah.
I like spawned in a savannah and I didn't have that issue because there were like there was acacia wood everywhere, and I was so happy because acacia's my favorite.
No, yeah, there was literally absolutely no wood.
No,
so
same.
I see a desert. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna find anything in this, and even if I do, like, I don't even have any tools, but you know, we're just gonna take a peek. So I find a desert temple. It was kind of buried. Understand it was right next to the plane. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna hop in here. I literally apologized to my viewers because I was like, you guys are gonna hate me, but I'm gonna dig down without any tools and then have to dig back up. So that's what I did. I dug down. I think I got like 25 gold and some iron out of it.
Wow.
So I mean, it wasn't a bad decision.
All things considered.
I staircased back up very slowly with my little fist.
Did you really? Did you really?
Yeah, I really did. And then I went back towards the plains because I was like, okay, we like literally need trees. Like it's getting dark. We need to cave. Like we need. I think I had 2 sugarcane in my inventory.
Oh my gosh.
So I find one measly little oak tree by this river. Just one, just a single one. No other trees in sight.
We love a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Chop it down. I get some apples. I think I ended up getting 6 apples from that one
tree.
I think it was either 4 or 6. I'm pretty sure I got 6 because I ended up getting 6 golden apples. Really good, so I chopped it down. It was like I think I got like 4 logs from it, so it was a tiny tree, but it was getting dark, so I was like, okay. So I took my iron, I made an iron sword and some tools, and I got some leather and got some more sugar cane. So I was like, okay, we're ready to cave. I don't have much wood, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So it was already like halfway through the night at this point. So I find a cave, I go down, I literally find so much gold. When I tell you, like, I found so much gold, like, I literally was considering making a notch apple at one point. Like, I just had so
that explains the...
Yeah. Just asking for a friend. I ended up finding so much. So I made all 6 of my golden apples. And then I had full iron first episode, so that was really easy. I didn't find diamonds. Literally, like I had everything I needed. I just needed diamonds, and I don't think I found any until I think it was episode 5. It might have been no, it was episode 4. End of episode 4. I finally found diamonds. I finally like spent the whole episode 5 just getting enchanted. I ended up getting. I got a Prot 1 diamond chest plate, Prot 2 leggings, and then Prot 1 boots, and then projectile protection helmet. And then I ended up getting a sharpness 3 iron sword. So enchantments were pretty decent. I went back up to the surface and I got a few more apples because I had like a stack of gold at that point. So I was like, okay, well, I had to regen from getting the diamonds with all my golden apples. So I was like, okay, well, let's just go to the surface and get more apples. So went back up to the surface, got 6 more apples right before deathmatch, made those up. Spawned in. There were a lot of people just like everywhere, and I just like I didn't know what to do. My heart was beating so fast. I think I ended up getting 4 kills, everyone said.
4 that sounds about right.
I'm not mad about that. I'm still confused as to how I died because I killed Fran, and then Randy. I was at 1.5 hearts when I killed Fran. So, and then I started running away, and Randy came after me, and then I ran past someone else. I don't know who it was, so I was like, okay, well, maybe they'll fight. I ended up on the other side of the map, and no one was near me. I saw, like, a name tag, so I dug underground because I had 12 gold, and I was gonna make a golden head to regen, because I was literally at, like, 1 heart or, like, 1/2 heart. Nice. And I was underground, and then I just died. I don't know. I still don't know what happened. I don't know if it was lag, because it said Randy killed me.
Because you were above the ground for me.
Yeah.
And
you
fell. I remember freezing and just seeing you two just there.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, but I like was trying so hard to get away. I was like, oh, thank God, like I got away. Like I saw your name tag, so I was like, okay, if I can just get underground and like dig away from the border like long enough to make this golden head, like I might have this. And then I exploded. So I was sad, but you know, I'm all right with 4 kills. I think I did pretty.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally the series of unfortunate events that happened with Onii.
Oh wait, what about Cassie?
I went.
Yeah, she already went.
It's your turn.
Yeah, remember we talked about my mukbang? My mukbang.
Oh yeah. Well, I was like, okay, I was confused because okay. Anyways, alrighty. So what happened? My series of unfortunate events. So an average like Australian like me gets lag often. it started off pretty good. I was like, okay, this is going well. Get down into a cave. I find the worst luck in trying to dig deep into a cave, finding a cave that can go deeper than it was on ground. And I just got stacked on iron constantly. I had pretty good amount of apples, and I was just constantly trying to survive through apples if I took down hearts, because like I had the worst luck with mobs. Like I kept on getting into contact with mobs, and I was like, okay, this is okay. And then anyways, so when everyone started mentioning saying has anyone encountered the border yet, I was like, no, not yet. I'm still like halfway away from it. And then just as that happens, I'm being chased by a skeleton, and I'm running away, and I get trapped between the border. I was like, oh, okay, this is my death. I'm sprinting away. No. So I sprint away. I'm just trying to strip mine away from the border, because like you can only do that for the border. So I was like, yeah, I'm using this opportunity. This cave is like too deep towards the like border. I can't. So I was strip mining away. I was trying to staircase up as well. And then it got to the meetup, and I was like, yeah, I'm not prepared. I don't have any diamonds. I'm not enchanted. I'm just full of iron. And I ran out of apples. And I've also half hearts. Like not half hearts, but like half the amount you usually have.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die. So like every time I came in contact with a person, I try to avoid them. I'm trying to go onto the island. Everyone's coming towards the island. I'm like, okay, I want to stay on this island if no one sees me here. So I'm just there bowing. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to build up to this tree and then try and build across and hope to just jump down and just say that's my death, because I don't want to die to anyone. So I was like... So what happens is I'm building up, and then I look around, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's seriously like just 3 people left. Like just me, I think it was Kayla, and it was Randy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could actually win this. So I'm like, imagine if I win just from standing up here. So I was just trying, so I was building across, like away from the tree, but obviously due to lag, I got kicked. So obviously those blocks didn't display. Yeah, those blocks didn't get displayed, and I was like, oh my gosh, no. And then I got kicked, and I came... And I tried to get back onto the server. It said, sorry for the unexpected kick. You're not allowed to fly. I'm like, I'm not flying. I was building. Okay, well. Oh my god. Yeah. So then I redo going onto the server again, and then I'm in the border, and I was like, oh yay, it's the top 2. And then I'm like, oh my heart. Oh gosh. And then I'm like, where am I? And then I'm dead, and I'm like, well. At least it's good to know that I came second.
Like immediately. I watched you die.
Yeah, so did I.
We all watched you kind of just like die.
Like,
unfortunate.
Like literally me. Help.
Oh my gosh, this was a
and then
fun
the winner.
season.
The winner.
Randy.
Oh man, hey, what's up? All right. Okay, so my spawn point was like pretty awesome. It was very lucky actually. Like since this is my first UHC I've ever been in.
Oh.
I got a villager, and it had an iron sword in it, and I had a bunch of iron near me. It was very awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, and I went downwards. I forgot to get some apples because I'm stupid. And, I go down in mine, and I actually find a few diamonds, and I was like, oh man, this is so awesome. I was like kind of freaked out because you're like, oh man, there's blood diamonds in that one. I didn't know what that was, so I was freaked out. I take it, it does damage to me. I was like, thought I was gonna die. So I got my 3 diamonds. I was like, should I make a sword or should I make a pickaxe? I made a pickaxe because I thought I was being confident and actually gonna see if I could find some more. I didn't find any at all.
Oh no.
And I go back up. I was like, man, I'm done. I found a bunch of gold. I didn't have any apples at all, and I was down like 3 hearts when I was in the cave. I was killing a zombie, telling them I'm a zombie slayer, and I look behind me and I scream really loud because there's a zombie right in my face. Oh gosh, it was scary. Like I don't like mining by myself. It's scary. I get scared really easily.
Me too.
And I got up to the surface. I went to go get apples and all that, and I was like, man, I feel like running into someone. And I think I ran into you, my first encounter, and like we just.
I think yeah.
Yeah, we like looked at each other, and we started running away from each other. I was like, did he see me or not? I just ran away.
Were you enchanted or not?
No, I wasn't enchanted. I was
okay,
just.
I didn't see that, or else I would have gone after you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen you. I was like, man, I'm out. I'm
yeah, that was me.
And then I was
scared
like,
too.
and I was like running, and then I see him.
Did you?
Yeah, I see him getting chased by Snifferish. And I was like, oh gosh. I see them, I look at the tab, he's like half health, and I was like running. And then she like, I shoot at her, see if I can hit her. I hit her once, and she starts coming after me. I was like booking it like that. I was running. I look behind me. I shoot her one more time. And then I try to shoot her a third time, and then she like moves to the right and dodges it. I was like, damn, I'm dead. And she hit me in the arm, and I lost like a heart and a half, and I was like, yep, I'm dead. I just kept running, and then she like stopped chasing me. I was like, what? I thought I was dead.
Your bow. I was like, I was gonna die to the freaking bow.
Yeah, and then I was like, I just ran. I ate my last golden apple because I only had like 3 of them, and I was like dying. And then I ate it. I took fall damage like I always did. And then I seen her again, and then she's like, hi, and I was like, I'm running. I'm out. And then the last few episodes, I've just been trying to find people because I actually want to kill people, and I couldn't find anyone. I think all of you guys were in like caves and all that. Because I searched everywhere.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I see this savannah biome with a villager place in it, and I go in there, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get some sweet loot because there's a blacksmith in there. I see a dirt block floating there, and I got really scared. I thought it was a trap, so I went running. I was like, I'm out. And then all of a sudden, I pick up a pumpkin, and I was like, if I ever end up being the last person, I was gonna kill people with a pumpkin on the head. And then it went deathmatch, and that was the scariest point. My heart was beating. I see Walker, he's like in full enchanted. I was like, yep.
Yeah, that's me.
I see Murky right beside him, and then you guys were just staring at each other, and I was like over here looking at you guys, see if you guys were gonna kill each other.
I was like, gotta go.
Yeah, Francisco didn't want any part of what I had.
And then I think, oh yeah, and I seen Sniffers die right in front of me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I picked up her armor and her sword, and I was looted, and I was great.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's great.
I was like, dang, dude, that's awesome.
You took my freebies.
I was like wearing it.
You wouldn't have won without me. Obviously, I see how this is. I did good. I contributed to the win. I'll
You
take
did really good. Yeah, you contributed to me. That's awesome.
We love a
I
good
see
team
Kayla
effort.
fighting, and I see someone towering. I forget who they were. And then someone places lava. I hit Kayla once, and there's other dude. And then Kayla killed someone, and I was running after her, and she's like near the border. I kill her, and like that's when everything started going on. That's when everything started lagging like crazy. And I see Onii on the tree, and I was like, oh man, it's awesome. And then she disappears, and I was like, oh. I type in chat, everyone like says she crashed and all that, and I was like, dang. And then she loads back in, and then she's like looking around, like she's confused, and then she dies, and I'm like, oh, what just happened? But I win, so.
Yay! Congratulations!
Yes,
Oh man, thank you. Oh, chicken, thanks. Awesome.
Chicken.
But yeah, that was so fun. I had so much fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this season.
Yeah!
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, so we have to take our casual picture now. So at the end of every
We
season.
love a 45-minute after call.
Shush.
Yeah, I know.
You can edit.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
can't.
So we always take our photo together. What's happening?
Why?
Just happened.
Oh.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, I
Go
almost
next
made
to
it.
the water.
I'm sorry. I'm in the
Oh
way.
yes, next to the water. Is there like a
Here,
good beach?
there's a
I
lot
want
of
to be in the
palms.
hot though.
There's not a beach, but there's a water.
Whoa, I love the swamp.
Let's go in the flower field right there. Like the little meadow.
Oh, like right here with the flowers.
Yeah.
Where?
Look, right here, you guys.
It's gonna be by the beach because it's a luau.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but there's no beach.
Just
Yeah,
on this
no,
sand
really
part.
not.
On this
Like a
sand.
baby beach.
Yeah, like that.
It's a baby
small
beach,
beach.
baby bunnies. Oh, they're all.
Does anyone want to hold a pink flower?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I have a bunch of flowers.
Yeah, I
Hey,
want
everyone
flowers.
get in the shot.
No,
Pink flower.
I want one.
Thank you.
Where the flowers?
Oh no, there's a blue one across. No, I'm getting the blue one. Team Orchid.
Here, I can just give you one.
Team
Oni.
Orchid. Yeah.
Oni.
Yeah?
Oni.
Trolling in third person though.
I said I was gonna give you one.
In the
Oh,
water.
oh.
I want a flower.
Too late.
Let's all try to get in like the
the
same
flowers,
spot.
Choo.
Like just like right in the corner, right?
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay. Let's all hold the flower.
Beanie is in Kayla.
Wait, how do I take a
Beanie is
picture?
in Kayla.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah, no, they really are inside of each
Beanie,
other.
you worked out really.
Here, I'll back up.
I'll scoot over.
Welcome back to
I can't get everyone in my screenshot.
Mini cake beanie,
Maybe
there we
'cause I'm
go.
too high up.
Even in the
Rich
shot.
seal, don't crouch.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in the-
Beanie,
yeah, you're in the shot.
Maybe destroy the block underneath.
Everyone
Cheese. Oh, this is so nice.
We
Oh
love
my
a
gosh, there's so
smiling
many people
sister.
for this photo.
I
Holy
got
crap.
some good ones. I got a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a bunch of good ones too.
Yeah, so
Yay.
everyone, thank you for watching this season of the UHYT. I'm really gravitate away from it. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to check out everyone else's perspectives. We are just one huge family. And I can't wait to see you guys back for the next season, which is a secret like always.
Of course.
Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next season. Bye!
Hey, bye guys.
We're a family that beats each other up.
Kills each other.
I mean, it's not all family.